Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Stream. We've got 12 new vocabulary words coming at you from the JLPT N3 list. This is a writing study practice. I'll write down each new kanji I see 10 times and each new word I see, if it's got old kanji, 3 to 5 times. I think we've only got one new kanji today. If you need to know how to write kanji, head on over to gisho.org. That's gisho.org. You've got all your kanji, and it's a good dictionary, and it's also going to show you how to write them, what order each stroke of the kanji's character goes in. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Let's do this. Nenmatsu Nenshi. New Year's. Let's get started. Our first word for the day is going to be chosa, an investigation or examination, with our second kanji meaning sa, our second kanji meaning examination, our first kanji meaning a tuning or kind of a managing of something. So if you're doing a management or tuning investigation, you're going to see how things are looking. An investigation or a survey is a chosa. 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 Chosa is an investigation or a survey into how something. Chosa. Chosa desu. Chosa. Chosa is an investigation, examination, or survey. Chosa. Number 2 is moshiwake. We've already learned the phrase moshiwake arimasen, which is just saying I'm sorry. So moshiwake is kind of the short version, like the impolite version where you just say apologies or excuse me. Moshiwake. Moshiwake. Excuse me or apologies. Moshiwake. Mosu on the left side is to say in a very polite form, though this phrase is not too polite. Moshiwake. It's hard to say because they're not saying arimasen, which is the full phrase, which would be fully polite, but just moshiwake is just the apology itself. Moshiwake. Moshiwake. Number 3 is kaki machigaeru. Kaku is to write, machigao is to be different, is literally to be different in some areas, or to make mistakes, to differ. This kanji means to differ, and this is a space. There are some spaces that differ, is the literal translation, but machigaeru is to make a mistake, and kaki is to write. So this is a mistake in writing, or writing a mistake down. Kaki. Machigaeru. Ma. Machigaeru. Kaki machigaeru. Machi. Machigaeru. Number 4 is Sarariman. I'm sure many of you know what that is, as Japan is famous for its salarymen. Their long working hours. Sarariman is a salaryman. No kanji here, all in katakana. Sarariman. Sarariman is a salaryman. Salariman. Number 5 is a blouse. A blouse is a blouse. 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 Number 6 is Kanabi. Ka on the left side is car. Nabi is a shortening of navigation. I'm guessing. I'm not sure the exact Japanese pronunciation for navigation system, but car navigation system is just Kanabi. Kanabi. Those of you who play Zelda will recognize Navi's name in there. Nabi. Because Navi is short for navigation. Kanabi is our navigation system. Kanabi. Number 7 is Ryoshusho. Ryo on the left side is kind of a district or like a domain. Shu in the center is collecting something, and sho on the right side is a written. So it's a written collection of some domain that was taken or given or sold. It's a simplified receipt, or a handwritten receipt is a ryoshusho. A domain, it's almost like a domain transferal. Domain the domain collection writing is a simplified receipt or a handwritten receipt. Ryoshusho. 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 Ryoshusho is a handwritten receipt. Number 8 is a shucho, a claim, insistence, assertion, advocacy, emphasis, contention, opinion, or a tenet. On the left side, we have shu for the lord of something, and cho on the right side for, I think, pulling. Shucho. Lengthen, stretch, or spread. But I'm going to think about it like this. If your lord or your master is pulling on something, he's being insistent on it, right? Like it's coming from the lord, so there's some force behind it. Advocacy, emphasis. That's the best kind of explanation I got for you for this one, guys. Shucho is a claim, insistence, or assertion. Shucho. Claim, insistence, or assertion. Shucho. Shucho is a claim, assistance, or assertion. Shucho. Claim, assistance, insistence, assertion, advocacy, or emphasis. Number 9 is happy, glad, or pleased with our new kanji. Ureshi, hokani, tanoshimu, or ki. Radicals in this kanji are a woman on the left side, and on the right side here we have our radical for rejoicing or taking pleasure in something. So there's really not much difference between this is yorokobu. This right side is yorokobu, to enjoy something, and they've just added the woman kanji on it because women are pleasant, and, happy and glad sometimes. So ureshi is happy, glad, pleased with the woman's happiness. Ureshi. 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 Ni tanoshimu. Or ki. 嬉しい嬉しい嬉しい嬉しい楽しむ他にき嬉しい嬉しい楽しむし楽しむ他にき It's happy, joyed, or delighted. Number 10 is koritsu. Ko on the left side is public, ritsu on the right side is to stand. But in this case, we're talking about a public institution. So I like to think about it as a public made standing building or institution, a public stood. Actually, I guess in English, if you say it's a public standing, that kind of makes sense as like an institution. Public institution is a koritsu. Public institution is a koritsu. Koritsu is a public koritsu. Koritsu desu. Number 11 is tamaranai, intolerable, irresistible, or cannot but do something. This is kind of close to the other word we learned yesterday, which is kudaranai, which means a fool, somebody stupid, but this is tamaranai. Tamaranai. And this can be written with a kanji, but we're not learning it yet in the N3. And as you can probably guess, the kanji has to do with, that's right, withstanding or enduring something. Tamaranai is intolerable or irresistible, something that cannot but be done. Tamaranai, irresistible, irrefutable, intolerable, or something that cannot but be done. Tamaranai. Tamaranai. Intolerable or irresistible. Tamaranai. And finally, number 12 is netsu. Netsu on the left side is a fever or a passion. Chu on the right side is being in the middle of. So when you're being in the middle of your passion, you are enthusiastic about something or you are engrossed in something. Netsu is to be engrossed or enthusiastic about something. Netsu. Netsu, to be enthusiastic or engrossed in something. Netsu. Netsu. Being enthusiastic or engrossed in something. Number 1, chosa, investigation or an examination. We're going back to the top just to review everything. Make sure we got it all down for right now. The other second part of this study plan is to review everything. And boy, I tell you, you got to do a lot of it. Number 2 is an apology or an excuse with moshiwake. say a translation somehow means an apology or an excuse. To write something incorrectly or to make a mistake in writing is a kaki machigaeru, or is to kaki machigaeru. Kaki ma igaeru. A salaryman or an office worker is a salaryman. Salaryman. 次は何でしょうな。A blouse. A blouse is a blouse. Blouse. A car navigation system is a carnavi. Simplified receipt with a blank space for the customer's name is a ryo yusho, a domain collection writing. Maybe this comes from when taxes were collected and they got receipts from that. Receipts made by the domain. A claim, insistence, assertion, advocacy, or emphasis placed on something is shucho. Shoot for lord and master, cho for being pulled or spread, shucho. Happy, glad, pleased, joyful, or delightful is ureshi. With a woman being happy, ureshi. A public institution is a koritsu, a publicly stood, that was stood up by the public. A public institution, koritsu. Irresistible or intolerable, cannot but do is tamaranai. Tamaranai. And finally, being enthusiastic about something or being engrossed in something is netchu, in the middle of your fever about it. Netchu. Thanks for watching tonight, everyone, and I wish you all a happy 2022. In 2021, we didn't quite study every day, but it was more like closer to 3/5 of the time. Or no, what am I saying? Closer to 5/7 of the time, because I worked that out. I pretty much just took the weekends off all year. Thanks for watching this year, everyone, and I'm looking forward to getting N3 finished soon. We've only got about 1,000 left, which shouldn't take us too long. And then we're moving on to N2. So thanks for watching, everyone, and Happy New Year. どうもありがとうございました。じゃあ、またね。